Hi, welcome back to my Vsphere project. This is part 9 of my video. This is about vMotion and vMotion storage. Um, I have all my ESX now, and I added each one of them. I added another network. If you can see, the network adapters is now up to BMNIC 2. That's the latest one I added on my. Of course, that one is a workstation. On my workstation, I have BMNet 1. It's host only because I don't need to be a physical one because they are on the virtualization of workstation 7 anyway. So I just selected a BMNet host. If you are familiar with workstation, of course, if you select a VM host only, the gateway is of course 40.1 because the desktop itself is 40.2. And on my new mappings here, each neck on the ESX1 on ESX1 I put dot 10 and ESX2 dot 11 and dot 12, and but I haven't added on ESX3 for the purpose of demonstrating to you um, if it's if it's not configured, then it will not work. Now on the networking side, we added the 40.10, and of course on ESX2 that's 40.11, and they are both on the gateway of it's not showing here. Let's just go to the edit IP settings, and it's 40.1. That's the gateway of the workstation 7 on that VMnet 1. On ESX3, I haven't added networking on that one for the vMotion, so it should not work. There's no vMotion here, but the adapters is already there because I already added it myself. What else I can describe here? The name of the switch is supposed to be here vMotion 1, and on the other one is supposed to be the same. If it's not the same, then the vMotion will not the vMotion will not work, and they have to have a unique IP address. So let's do the vMotion now. So one is running the Red Hat. If you right click and say migrate, as you can see, you have two selection here. This one is not this is graded because you cannot select that one. You can only do this one if the guest is off. So you can only do vMotion on the host and a data store at the same time if it's off. But if it's on, you can only change by host or by data store. On changing data store, you can change from if you have multiple share or multiple local storage, then you can change from that one. In the old days of VMware ESX, that's so hard to do. If you put the VMware the guest on the local and you want to transfer on the SAN or even iSCSI, you will have to do some kind of special commands, and that is so slow to do. But now it's simplified. You can just do a vMotion on the storage or data store. On the changing host is like the flexibility of ESX to transfer all these guests from one ESX to another. So the one we selected is on ESX1, so we can select it on ESX2, and it will say right away if it succeeded or not. And of course on ESX3 it will not be succeeded because we haven't put the switch yet. So let's do that. So on the networking, let's add networking, and we will select VM kernel because that's the vMotion thing, and it's already selected the new NIC because the other two are selected. If you select one of them, your they will be disconnected, the one that is being used on that switch. So let's make sure it's the same vMotion 1, and we don't have LAN tagging right now, so we cannot put anything there. Use this for vmotion. Next, let's put the IP. Here's the IP that we will use. It's dot 12, and we should edit the gateway. If you don't have proper gateway, it will not work because that's acting like like a heartbeat of the ESX to be motion. If that one is not present, that will not work. Okay, I click finish here. Okay, let's go back to Red Hat and right click and say migrate and change host. And if we select ESX2, that's succeeded, and ESX3 is also succeeded. So let's do on the ESX3. Let's select the first one. It will do it right away. And you can see here it's migrating virtual machine. And if you expand this one, Red Hat is now on ESX3, so it migrated itself. Okay, let's do migration when it's off, so you can do this one at the same time. um, we can do the data store. I will not demonstrate this one because it's so slow on my environment, because everything is nested. You know what I mean? It's nested. I will probably put my iSCSI or OpenFiler on a physical server so that it will be faster, because I previously did that. It made it around 10 to 15 minutes, so I will not demonstrate the storage vMotion. Okay, my next video will be the, or maybe let me just add it here. I will also discuss about distributed switch. There's a new switching on ESX, and it's called the distributed switch. The purpose of distributed switch is when you have hundreds to thousands of VM, and of course the problem with with the IT is the proper documentation, because this administrator go this come this new administrator come, and all these names are not in sync. So that's why distributed switch is created. So on the Trudel data center, you can right click there and say new distributed switch, and it has of course 4 uplinks. We will use the default name. Let's just put one there. Click next, and we will put it on this 3 ESX, so that it will be in sync to the 3 ESX. I know what, I have to read something on virtual switch. Let's cancel this one. I think I need to add more switches. Okay, so this conclude my video for now on vMotion and storage vMotion. I thought I could include the distributed switch, but there's more detail on it. So